stop doing this before it completely destroys your momentum. I see this happen to so many women over and over, especially the ones who are really smart, really capable, really successful, and yet they still feel really stuck. This isn't about laziness. It's not about motivation. It's about a pattern that actually on the outside looks really innocent, but it's quietly killing your momentum. The number one momentum killer I see, have you guessed it yet? Starting over every time feels hard. It feels hard. And the reason we're doing this is our own self sabotage. Every time you miss a day, you mess up a habit, you start to feel overwhelmed, or you hit any kind of resistance in creating this new habit, you assume the answer is to reset, to clear the slate, to begin again on Monday. But here's the truth: resetting isn't the problem, it's over resetting. You're not giving yourself enough time to build the new identity of the woman who keeps going, who keeps her commitments, who does these things for herself. Identity shifts don't happen through perfect action. They happen through repeated actions. The same way that identity formed in the way that you don't currently like it in your subconscious brain, it's there because it's been redone and repeated over and over and over so much that your brain just recognizes that as how it is. And now you want something new, but your brain is like, nope, nope, nope. This is what's safe. Even if it's not a good habit, a good quality, a good whatever it is, and you're trying to change it, your brain finds safety in what it knows, and it finds anything it doesn't know or it's new as an alarm. All the bells go off. Bing, 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 bing. Uh-oh, something new is trying to come in, including a new identity. So, momentum is actually created when you come back even after an imperfect day. So, let's take an example. I have a client right now who is trying really hard to leave alcohol behind for a number of reasons, and her why is actually really strong. But her brain keeps like clicking into auto drive in the afternoon when she's in the kitchen. It's time for a drink. And so she has to consciously remind herself, nope, we're not doing this anymore. And the brain, believe it or not, thinks the alcohol is safer than the celery juice. Crazy, right? But until she can rewire those neural pathways for the brain to understand that celery juice is actually the thing that we need, not the alcohol, it's going to feel a little bit of, there's going to be resistance. There's going to be a difficulty there because the brain feels something new. But even if she has a day where the brain wins and she has alcohol, the next day, like the next moment, or instead of reaching for a second glass of alcohol, it's the celery juice or the water or whatever instead of more, right? So it's stopping that imperfect action and going back to what we're trying to do consciously. The other problem that a lot of my clients face is this all or nothing syndrome, right? And I've talked about this before in my videos where like if it's not all, then it's nothing. So if I have a glass of alcohol today, screw it, I'll start January 1st, or screw it, I'll start on Monday, or whatever, right? Or maybe I'm just meant to have alcohol every day. There are three places that this pattern comes from. One is that perfectionism, right? That conditioning that you were taught that if it's not perfect, it doesn't count, but it does. Even if you take one sip of alcohol, but the rest of the time you're drinking celery juice and water, that counts. That counts a lot. It's showing your brain, oh, nope, I stopped you. You tried to get me to do this, but now we're doing this. This is what we're doing now. We're creating this new neural pathway, this new thing that we're doing that soon you're going to understand that this is actually safer than this. There is also a huge fear of failing publicly. If I pretend I'm starting fresh, no one will know I struggled, right? So I want to appear like everything is sunshine and rainbows. Here's the reality: changing our habits, doing new things, changing our identity, rising up as the woman we want to be is not linear. There's gonna be failure, and failure teaches us things so that the next time we get a little bit further. And of course, that final pattern: comparison. Comparing someone else's huge transformation to your progress feels so small, right? Like, you guys, I've lost 140 pounds, but I can see someone who's lost 200 pounds and feel like my weight loss doesn't mean anything. Or I have stopped drinking for 3 years, but that person hasn't had a drink in 15 years. We can't compare ourselves. We can't compare our day 1 to somebody's day 200 or somebody's year 20. We have to stay in our own line. The truth is, consistency isn't perfect. There's recovery in consistency, and it's the ability to be able to keep bouncing back. So, how do we break these patterns, right? Number one, the 10-minute rule or the one sip rule. If you fall off track, just do 10 minutes of whatever the new thing is. It doesn't matter. So maybe you're trying to learn to read, and I was actually reading this again today. If you want to start reading every day, read one paragraph. Even if you didn't do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon, do it in the evening, whenever you remember to do that one paragraph, but do it. If you're trying to get a daily walk in, but you didn't get 30 minutes, do 10 minutes. If you are trying not to drink alcohol and you had some alcohol, drink some extra water, drink some celery juice, whatever it is, right? Number two, stop announcing your resets. You don't need a grand restart. You just need to re-engage. And that could be same day, right? Oops, I forgot to read this morning. That's all right. I'm reading this afternoon. I don't have to reset, and I don't have to really worry about it because I still have time today to get it done. And rewire your self-talk. You don't start over. You continue. You continue to make the effort to read every day. You continue to make the effort to not drink every day. You continue to make the effort to get a walk in every day. We're not restarting. We're just continuing this new way of wiring our brain. So, if you're tired of constantly starting over and you want to build that kind of self-trust that creates real sustainable momentum, I want to invite you into the First Step to Rising. This is a program that I created. It's a free mini course. And I know you don't have time. I know, that's why it's only 30 minutes. You can get through this mini course in 30 minutes, but it's going to help you understand the deeper reason why you keep feeling this need for resetting. And it'll show you how to build momentum from your identity and not from your willpower. The link is down in the show notes. Grab it. It's free. It's 30 minutes. You can do this. Let's start rewiring that identity and stop sabotaging our own momentum.